This is the news. First of all, we'd like to apologize for the delay due to some technical problems. In our top stories, the U.S. Secretary Service arrests 3 Gambians as an unruly gang chanting anti-government slogans forced its way into the Gambian embassy in Washington. Several National Assembly members expressed solidarity with President Jammeh following the Gambia's withdrawal from the Commonwealth. Is Libya becoming a failed state? Confusion rages in the capital Tripoli following the bizarre arrest and subsequent release of the Prime Minister by masked gunmen. And taking on the untouchables, an 85-year-old former Supreme Court judge in India wages an anti-corruption crusade against sitting lawmakers facing criminal charges. These and other stories coming this hour, and I'm Fatou Sane Sise. Once again, welcome to the news. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya A.J.J. Jammeh, accompanied by a high-powered delegation, will leave Banjul for Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, in the early hours of Friday morning, 4 a.m., where he will attend the extraordinary session of the African Union Heads of State and Government. All those who are expected to see the head of state and delegation are expected to be at the airport at least half an hour before departure for the usual ceremonies. The Gambian Deputy Ambassador to Washington has told Grts that 3 people have been arrested by the U.S. Secret Service following an unruly gang forced its way into the premises of the Gambian embassy in Washington. The group stormed the embassy building chanting anti-government slogans. We will have details of that story by Babukar Senghor later in this newscast. The general public is hereby informed that the President of the Republic of the Gambia, National Chairman and Party Leader of the APRC Party, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya A.J.J. Jammeh, acting on the provisions of the APRC Constitution, has expelled Honorable Borikoli, member of the National Assembly for Fonyi Jarol District, from the APRC party with immediate effect. A press release from the Office of the President says the ruling APRC party will never entertain members of that do not have the interest of the country at heart or indulge in acts inimical to the interests of the Gambia. Members of the National Assembly have expressed their support for the country's leadership for withdrawing the Gambia from the Commonwealth, with some describing it as irrelevant and others referring to it as a neo-colonial institution. Prior to the adjournment debate, deputies ratified and approved the company's registrations bill and the single-window registration bill, both tabled by Mama Fatima Singate, Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Mudu Jallo reports.
Was preceded by the adoption and ratification of 2 bills tabled by the Honorable Fatima Singate, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. The company's registration and the single-window registration bills 2013 seek to regulate and promote the business environment in the Gambia by making it easier to register and operate businesses. The bills were deemed non-controversial by deputies who applauded government for taking the bold step of coming with legislation that will overcome the regulatory burden associated with starting businesses, something that had caused a lot of problems, which deputies believe slowed investment. The bills were duly adopted and ratified unanimously before members moved on the debate of adjournment. According to the standing orders of the House, upon completion of business at the end of the last sitting, the majority or minority leader, or better still, any member of the House, can move a motion on adjournment, sine die. This was exactly what the Honorable Samba Jallo, the minority leader and member for Nyamina Dankungu, was asked to do by the Honorable Speaker, a privilege he was happy to accept, the first time a minority leader has done so in many years. Honorable Jallo, in moving the motion, assured that he would not talk about what he called political issues, but urged the President to listen to his compatriots from the sub-region if they engage him on Gambia's withdrawal from the Commonwealth. This drew numerous responses from other members of the APRC ranks, who argued that the Gambia's withdrawal from the Commonwealth is justified and should not be questioned by any patriotic Gambian.
The first day it was done, I made my research and I did my publication on the APRC Youth Wing, and I said it's not be subjected for debate. And I have my reasons. Because as a concerned Gambian and as a concerned citizen and a parliamentarian for that matter, any national issue should be a concern to all of us.
Honorable Speaker, the history of Commonwealth, the structure, the membership, the politics of Commonwealth is pure neo-colonization. And Gambia is a sovereign state. If you want to merge with Gambia, you have to respect Gambia as a sovereign state.
I will therefore just want to put a bit of history onto the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth was established in 1949. It had a purpose. It was supposed to be an organization of friendly countries that will support each other. But now it has turned out to be an organization of force. When I say force, I mean an organization of enemies. Everybody is undermining each other. And what's the point? If we are going to be friends, we should be friends. We cannot be friends and play the roles of enemies. If that's the case, then I quit.
Honorable B.D. Sambo of Nyani and Honorable Omar Tob of Lower Fuladu West always looked forward for an opportunity to last out at GRTS, and the adjournment debate gave them the perfect setting, with Sambo accusing the national broadcaster of bias towards him. Honorable Tob bemoaned the lack of radio and television signals in his area and went as far as even questioning GRTS programs.
I'm not talking about the TV, I'm talking about the radio itself, which is the first communicating instrument in this country here. Most of the people in the provinces rely on this radio, not often on TV. But as of now, to get radio signal is a problem. You don't even have it at all.
These attacks on GRTS drew a barrage of comments from some deputies, such as Honorable Neti Balde, Honorable Babuke Sonko, and Habibu Jallo, who commended the national broadcaster for a job well done. On agriculture, Honorable Chairman Omar Jallo of Opanyomi predicted a bumper harvest for some crops like groundnut and maize, but said the coos is poor in his area. He however said that the country is on course to achieve food self-sufficiency by 2020. Honorable Ibrahim Bojang of Fonyi Bintan Karanai agreed that the Gambia could achieve food self-sufficiency only if people continue to respond massively to the President's Back to the Land call. Several deputies commended government for extending the electricity network to the provinces, but Honorable Fode Jallo of Nyamina East called on NAWEC to connect bigger villages to the national grid, as that will be more economically viable. On National Settled Days, Honorable Buba Bojang of Fonyi Councillor called on residents to keep the drains clean, while also warning that electricity poles in Fonyi are threatened by erosion. The debate later wound up after 6 long hours of deliberations, as members seized the opportunity to speak out before they go on their 3-month recess, in which they are expected to return back to their constituencies, where expectations are extremely high. Mohamed Jallo, GRTS.
Today, 10th October, marks Mental Health Day. The World Health Organization in the Gambia joins the rest of the world to commemorate World Mental Health Day under the theme Mental Health and Older Adults. We have details in this report by Modu Bajan.
The Gambia commemorates World Mental Health Day, a day set aside to figure out the challenges and constraints people with mental health disorders are faced with. Celebrated on the 10th of October since 1992 at the initiative of the World Federation for Mental Health, the day seeks to spread awareness of mental health and its major effects on people's life worldwide.
Today, 10th of October 2013, we join the rest of the world to commemorate World Mental Health Day under the theme Mental Health and Older Adults. The theme draws attention to the crucial need to invest more in the health of older adults aged 60 years and above, particularly in their mental health.
Given this year's theme, Mental Health and Older Adults, the WHO representative, Dr. Thomas Sukwa, dilated on the theme, pointing at the grim reality of the thousands of elderly who suffer from mental disorders.
Aging affects each and every one of us, no matter where we live, whether male or female, rich or poor. In the African region, the population of elderly people was estimated at 43 million in 2010, and it is projected to reach 67 million